If your e-commerce brand's emails are landing in spam, then stick around to the end of this video and I'll show you the exact steps we took to help take a 7-figure women's safety gear brand from 5% open rates to 70% open rates in just 60 days. But more importantly, I'm going to show you the exact process we executed for this client so you can help skyrocket your brand's open rates and help your emails get out of the spam box. You don't need to be a deliverability expert. You don't even need to be a genius with Klaviyo. You just need to watch this video because here at Verum One, we've generated over $1 million in attributed revenue for our clients. And our goal with this channel is to share everything we're learning along the way. So let's get into it. In this video, you're going to learn what email deliverability is, the 3 reasons why your emails are landing in spam, our proven 60-day system for rebuilding sender reputation from the ground up, a real-life case study of how we implemented this system for a 7-figure women's safety gear brand and took their open rates from 5% to 70%, and an implementation roadmap and common mistakes you need to avoid if you want to get out of the spam box. All right, before we dive into all of that, we need to talk about what email deliverability is. Essentially, it's like a credit score. Inbox providers like Gmail, Outlook, and Yahoo are like banks. So they look at your sending history and decide if you're trustworthy. Good credit score, your emails go in the primary inbox. Okay credit score, your emails go into the promotions tab, sometimes in the primary inbox. Bad credit score, your emails go straight to spam and nobody sees them. It doesn't matter how good your products are, how nice the email design is, how strong the copy is, how big of a discount you give, or how good the offer is. If nobody sees the emails, nobody knows you exist. To illustrate, let's assume you have 50,000 email subscribers and you send 3 emails a week. With a 5% open rate, you get 2,500 opens. With a 70% open rate, you get 35,000 opens. If we assume a 0.2% place order rate and a $60 average order value, when we crunch the numbers, we can see that poor delivery rates can cost you around $47,000 per month in attributed email revenue. That math alone should help you realize why deliverability is so important and why you need to ensure your emails are reaching the inbox. All right, so now that we've covered that, it's important to know that there are 3 main reasons why your emails may be landing in spam. Reason number 1, your emails are invaluable. So if you're sending the same template and promotions every time with 0 value, you're not helping solve your customers' problems, educating them, making them laugh, or entertaining them, people stop opening. No opens equals bad reputation, which equals spam folder. Reason number 2, your sender reputation is damaged. Even if you start sending amazing emails today, past damage you may have done to your email list through poor sending practices may keep you in spam. It's a vicious cycle that just keeps repeating itself. Reason number 3 is your domain isn't authenticated properly. You don't have a branded sending domain set up in Klaviyo or proper authentication records in your DNS settings. Both of these can severely affect your ability to reach the inbox. Note, in a future video, we are going to cover more about what these are exactly, so stay tuned for that. For now, we'll leave a link to Klaviyo's Help Center in the description that will walk you through how to set up these records in your account, which is absolutely mandatory. Once you have bad deliverability, it compounds. Your revenue drops, your costs stay high, your relationship with customers die because people forget that you exist. Your competitors win because customers buy from other brands that actually reach their inbox, and recovery gets harder. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to get and the tougher spot you're in. This is exactly what was happening with our client. Now, the simple fix we use when it comes to fixing deliverability is like this. Imagine you're throwing a party, but you haven't talked to your friends in months. You could blast an email to everyone and expect them to show up, but if you were trying to throw a really, really big party and become the popular person in school, you would start with your closest friends, right? In email terms, that's your most engaged subscribers because they'll definitely come. Their enthusiasm attracts others. Your reputation increases. Hey, so-and-so is apparently throwing a really good party. Maybe we should go. And as your reputation gets higher, you gradually invite more people. So word is going to spread that you're having a party and your parties are worth attending. Eventually, everyone wants in and you've got a full house. This gradual approach is pretty much how we fix a broken email program. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty of how we execute this system, let me show you what the deliverability looked like for this 7-figure women's safety gear brand before we executed this spam fix system. Open rate was 5.47%. Ideally, it should be 45 to 60%. Deliverability score was 13 out of 100. Bounce rate was 15.9% and it should be under 1%. Monthly Klaviyo costs were $945. Essentially, years of irregular sending and poor engagement had destroyed their sender reputation. Google and Outlook were pretty much blocking their emails from being seen. However, after implementing our system, their engagement metrics did a complete 180. So after 60 days, their open rate was 57.8%. Deliverability score 61 out of 100, so up 48 points. The bounce rate was 0.3%, almost a 98% improvement. And the monthly Klaviyo cost was $175, so saving $770 a month and over $9,000 annually. Now, let me show you exactly how we did it. So before sending out any emails, we did 4 things for 4 reasons. Number 1, we turned off all underperforming email flows. So whatever flows were getting super low open rates, we turned them off. This included abandoned carts and abandoned checkouts. It didn't matter how important they were. If they were getting poor engagement metrics, we turned them off. However, we kept on high engaging flows like the welcome series and post-purchase flows because those were still getting 40 to 50% open rates and sending positive signals to inbox providers that we are reputable senders. Number 2, we enabled double opt-in. So anytime anyone subscribed to our email list, we made sure they had to not only subscribe on the pop-up, but also click one more button in their email inbox to confirm they wanted to receive emails from us. So this filtered out lower quality subscribers and kept only high quality people who truly wanted to see our emails. Number 3, we created engaged segments. So we created segments for 14-day, 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, 180-day, and 365-day engaged subscribers. And this allowed us to send campaigns to our most engaged subscribers and gradually open up the list as our sender reputation improved. And number 4, we temporarily excluded Gmail and Outlook users. So these 2 inboxes had the worst metrics, 7% open rates and high spam rates. So we temporarily stopped sending to them because they were really affecting our sender reputation. And this foundation phase is absolutely crucial. Skip it and you'll fail. Analyze the account, turn off underperforming flows, keep the good ones on, enable double opt-in, build these segments, and exclude any inbox providers where you're performing poorly. Once the foundation was set, we started mailing campaigns because sending campaigns is truly how you're going to fix an email list that has emails going to spam with low open rates and engagement metrics. First, we started off with sending 1 to 3 campaigns per week. Initially only sent to 4-day engaged subscribers, so anyone who opened or clicked an email in the last 4 days. And if you're wondering why, it's because those people just opened an email from us, so they're more likely to open than anyone who opened in the last 365 days. But this wasn't just for the first campaign. Even for the first 5 campaigns, we only sent to 4-day, 14-day, 30-day, and 60-day engaged subscribers. The recipient pool was really, really small, only 100 to 200 people. But these were almost loyal subscribers, so the engagement metrics were really strong, as you can see in the picture below. These highly engaged subscribers loved opening the emails, and we were getting 50 to 70% open rates, which sent massive positive signals to inbox providers saying, hey, people actually want to read our emails. Now, when it comes to building these segments, it's super simple. Just go to Segment Builder in Klaviyo and replicate this. For 30-day engaged, someone has opened an email at least once in the last 30 days or clicked an email in the last 30 days. Make sure people in this segment have consented to receive email marketing. We don't want to violate CAN spam or GDPR regulations. Once you've made this, replicate it for 7-day, 14-day, 60-day, and 90-day engaged. Build them identically, so just change the number of days. Then gradually expand your segment pool as reputation improves and your open rates stay stable. Okay, so after the first month was over and we sent those initial campaigns, we then moved on to phase 2 of this process, which was composed of a few different things. Firstly, we turned on the flows that were previously underperforming to test if they would fetch higher open rates, since we'd been sending the emails getting above 50% open rates for 30 days. Secondly, we started sending to Gmail and Outlook users again since our sender reputation had improved, so we wanted to test if the emails would inbox well. Thirdly, we scaled the campaigns to being sent to 5,000 to 10,000 people consistently. And lastly, we sent one campaign to the full email list, anyone who ever subscribed, in an attempt to claw back any old contacts. Then, once this process reached the 8-week mark, we sent another email to the full list to try and claw back more subscribers to the primary engaged segment. We honed in on sending to only the 30-day engaged segment to keep engagement metrics high, and because at this point, everyone who was going to be re-engaged or claw back would have been back by now. And by this point, each campaign was going out to at least 7,000 people with 70 to 80% open rates consistently. And as you can see here via these screenshots, the number of people receiving these emails is in the 7,000 range. And each email is consistently getting 82% plus open rates, which was a complete 180 from before we took over this client's account, where they were getting an average of 5% open rates. Now, a lot of email marketers on YouTube make email deliverability sound really complicated and complex, but it truly isn't. All you really need to do is follow these 7 things. 1, turn off poor performing flows, anything under 20 to 30% open rate. 2, keep the ones performing well on. 3, create your engaged segments. 4, start small. Send 4-day, 7-day, 14-day engaged to get high open rates. 5, send consistently, 1 to 3 times per week minimum. 6, expand gradually. After consistently getting 50 to 60% open rates, open up the list. Send to 60-day, 90-day, 120-day, and 365-day engaged. And 7, continue to scale as metrics improve. And that's literally it. Now, before you go ahead and execute this process on your own, there are 5 common mistakes to watch out for. So mistake number 1 is going too fast. Don't jump from 500 to 50,000 recipients too quickly. It will destroy everything. Be patient and slowly open the list. Slow and steady wins the race. Mistake number 2 is giving up when metrics dip. When you expand segments, your percentages are going to drop. Maybe your click rates go down or your place order rate goes down, and that's normal. But your total engagement is going to rise because you're reaching more people and getting in front of more eyes, so don't freak out. Mistake number 3 is sending to your full list too soon. Send to your full list maybe 2 to 3 times per month when you're executing this process. We don't want to send the full list too soon because it'll tank all the momentum we've built. Mistake number 4 is inconsistent sending. You can't send 2 times 1 week, skip 2 weeks, and send again. You want to be sending 1 to 3 times per week consistently. Mistake number 5 is focusing on sales too early. Don't come into the inbox all the time pitching sales. Give real value. Educate your customers, help them solve problems, give free value away. Make it so that when people open their emails, they attach value to your brand's name, because when they open them, they actually get real help and advice. And with that being said, that concludes today's video. We hope you found this helpful. If you'd like the document to this video, just click the link in the description below. And last but not least, if you want our help not only fixing deliverability issues you may be facing, but also managing your email marketing program on a monthly basis and scaling your email marketing machine to attribute 25 to 35% of your total revenue from email, then click the link in the description to book a call with us today.